Imagine going on a week-long business trip, only to get stuck there for 9 months. Now imagine that trip is in space. Today, we're telling the story of astronauts who lived through exactly that. Mission start. March 2024. A crew of 2 astronauts heads to the ISS aboard the Boeing Starliner. The plan is simple. A week of work and then back home. Spoiler alert, things didn't go as planned. Spacecraft issues. A week later, it turns out the Starliner can't return to Earth. Technical problems, the engineers say. Oops, forgot to change the batteries, jokes the internet. The astronauts remain on the station. No worries, they think, they'll send a replacement soon. Engineers on Earth ran simulations day and night. But every solution brought new issues. Some joked the Starliner had become a space hotel without the minibar. Rumors even started online that the astronauts would have to learn how to pilot the capsule home themselves. Months of waiting. 1 month passes, then 2, then 3. Earth sends messages. Hang in there, guys. We're working on a solution. The astronauts reply. Yeah, so are we on our waistlines. Zero gravity, you know. June, July, August. The crew starts to suspect they've been forgotten. Maybe we're in a reality show? One jokes. If so, our ratings must be out of this world, another replies. Spending that much time in close quarters tested their patience. They developed routines, like silent hours and complaint time, 10 minutes a day to vent about anything. It helped. Humor became their oxygen. Life on the station. How did they live these 9 months? Let's peek into their cosmic lifestyle. Breakfast, freeze-dried eggs. Lunch, freeze-dried borscht. Dinner, dreams of pizza. Shower? Nope, just wet wipes. I now know how a cat feels when it's being licked, one astronaut confesses. Toilet in zero gravity? Better not ask. Let's just say, missing the toilet in space is truly a problem of galactic proportions. They also made a sport out of catching crumbs in zero G. And yes, they started giving names to every floating spoon. One was called Captain Cutlery. He vanished mysteriously on day 143. Entertainment. What did they do for fun? Besides work, of course. Looked out the window at Earth. Hey, I can see my house, one joked, though everyone knew it was impossible. Held air swimming competitions. The record, 3 meters in 5 minutes. Tried to grow tomatoes. Spoiler, space tomatoes turned out to be just as tasteless as store-bought ones on Earth. Return home. Then came the message. Prepare for return. SpaceX en route. The crew cleaned, packed, and even wrote a farewell message on the wall. If you're reading this, you're probably stuck here too. Good luck. And then, after 9 long months, SpaceX arrives with a ticket home. Sorry for the delay, says the rescue mission commander. Traffic in orbit was terrible. The astronauts were so happy, they almost hugged the rescuers. Luckily, they remembered about social distancing and zero gravity just in time. Conclusion. What did the astronauts learn from this experience? First, always take extra socks to space. Lots of extra socks. Second, if you're forgotten in space, don't panic. Sooner or later, someone will remember they launched a rocket. And third, no matter how bad your job is, always remember, you could have been stuck in orbit for 9 months. In the end, space didn't just test their training, it tested their spirit. And they proved something beautiful, that humans can adapt, survive, and joke even when floating hundreds of miles above home. And we'll learn that even in the toughest situations, we need to maintain our sense of humor and optimism. After all, if astronauts can survive 9 months away from home, we can surely survive another Monday.